Kalian pasti tahu yang sedang viral di Amerika saat ini. Seorang TikTokers Amerika membuat video eksperimen meminta pertolongan dibelikan sekaleng susu untuk anaknya usia 2 bulan kepada 26 gereja di Amerika dan ditolak semua. Namun hanya menelepon satu masjid atau Islamic Center sekali. Masjid itu langsung meminta alamat agar mengirimnya susu. Hal ini membuat netizen Amerika bergejolak. Salah satu gereja di Amerika merespon wanita bernama Nikali Monroe ini, namun bukan meminta maaf. Pendetanya malah menyebut Nikali iblis dari TikTok.
Who goes around calling churches and putting the voice of a baby crying in the background. And I say, really the person is low. So, I got to teach these men over here, folk want to apologize. I don't apologize to the devil.
Hal ini memicu reaksi keras warga Amerika pada gereja. Salah satu gereja di Amerika berdalih, jangankan satu kaleng susu. Gereja kami sudah menolong ribuan orang kesusahan dan kelaparan di luar sana. Tak terhitung berapa uang gereja yang keluar. Dan menuding Nikali sebagai perempuan iblis, dianggap mencoreng gereja di mata dunia.
The person who goes around calling churches and putting the voice of a baby crying in the background. And I say, really the person is low. So, I got to teach these men over here, folk want to apologize. I don't apologize to the devil. Sometimes Christians get so weak, you forgot we're supposed to rebuke evil. So if you could pretend to have a crying baby to try to call churches and to trick people into things. Now, let me tell you something about Living Faith. We fed thousands of people. Thousands, not hundreds, thousands. I can't tell you how much money have gone out. Now, we don't advertise it because I'm not a social service. I don't have a big box of money that I sit there and just tell my parents buy. Our staff gives money out of their pocket. And I can't tell you how many times we put families up, where we had women with children come here on a Wednesday night, nowhere to live. Ask Sister Latoya, I give her my credit card. Go over here, stay a week. So, but I'm not one of them preachers. I need to go call the newspaper every time we give out a bottle of water. So if you need that, you're in the wrong church. So as long as the members of Living Faith know, and I say we in the middle of feeding people, how you gonna do your little dirty deed? And it's just the spirit of a witch. It's a witch. And my Bible says he do not allow that thing to live.
Seorang warga Amerika justru emosi mendengar dalih salah satu pengkhotbah gereja di Amerika itu. Dia sampai mengatakan ini fucking bullshit. Jika ucapannya benar dan semua gereja Amerika bekerja menolong, maka tidak akan ada orang-orang kelaparan di pinggir Amerika di sekitarnya.
The lady that's calling the churches to see if they will give formula to her starving baby. Of course they're not going to give formula to a starving baby. We've been telling y'all this for decades, and I'm so sick of seeing it spin around all over the internet that, oh my God, she's calling and now we're just now seeing it. It's 2025! We have poor people on the streets! If the churches worked, there would be no hungry or poor people on the streets! God damn! That's the fucking point! Christ is not in the church! Jesus is not in the church! He has never been in the church! He is the one who told you to leave the fucking church! He told you to leave! Oh my God! I'm so sick of explaining this to people. He said you made a mockery of my father by taking this money and not helping the people. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Seorang pastor di Amerika ikut berkomentar soal ini. Katanya soal eksperimen meminta bantuan susu untuk anaknya harusnya dapat dipahami sebagai kehati-hatian. Mengingat belakangan ini gereja kerap kali jadi sasaran penipuan orang tidak bertanggung jawab. Dia juga mengatakan kenapa Islamic Center atau masjid mau menolong wanita itu. Karena Islam diajarkan zakat dan sedekah untuk membantu sesama secara langsung dalam amal kepada masyarakat. Sementara itu dalam gereja tidak berkewajiban. Jika ingin membantu tentu melalui prosedur yang diatur dalam gereja, tidak bisa dana gereja keluar sepihak begitu saja, karena ada dana bantuan melalui sumbangan dan lembaga filantropi.
There's a woman on TikTok who's doing a social experiment where she is calling churches to ask about baby formula to see if any of them will actually help them out. And she called a mosque, and they actually would help them out, while none of the churches. And this doesn't surprise me as a pastor, and I talk a lot about Muslim zakat. It's one of the 5 pillars of Islam, where Muslim communities and Muslims are obligated to provide charity to the community. Churches, they are not obligated. We hope that they're going to be able to be philanthropic and donate into their community. And my church has a food bank that I'm very proud of, but not every church has a discretionary fund. As a pastor, I have a discretionary fund, but also there's a scam going on right now in churches. My assistant this week got a text saying, "Hi, this is Pastor Burke, Pastor Tom. Can you send me the directory of the church?" Because what scammers do is they go through the directory of churches, they go through online directories, and they email and they scam all members of churches.
Menurutnya, untuk orang-orang kelaparan di luar, gereja tidak tutup mata karena banyak juga membantu dari uang sumbangan jemaat yang disalurkan ke lembaga filantropi dan orang-orang jalanan. Tapi untuk kasus wanita itu berbeda, tidak bisa disamakan, karena gereja tidak ada dana dikeluarkan secara tiba-tiba. Pendeta itu pun dibalas langsung oleh netizen Amerika soal ucapannya itu dan langsung menusuk jantung. Kata seorang warga Amerika bernama Kelly, dia mengatakan begini, "Oke, ini tidak untuk mendiskreditkan agama Kristen di dunia. Ini adalah kritik kepada pengelolaan gereja. Kalian mengutip uang dari jemaat. Dan kalian berkhotbah kalau kita harus cinta kasih sesama. Sesuai ajaran Yesus, kalian mengajarkan itu, tapi kalian tidak mempraktekannya."
Muslim communities and Muslims are obligated to provide charity to the community. Churches, they are not obligated. We hope that they're going to be able to be philanthropic and donate into their community. And churches get scammed all of the time. And so if you think the response to churches saying no to helping baby formula is to tax the churches, we spend $1 trillion a year on our military, on bombing other countries.
Wow, the plot is gone. It's not lost, it's gone. First of all, to say, well, churches get scammed, and maybe that's why they're saying no to a mother asking for a can of formula for her hungry baby, has the same vibes as the rhetoric we're hearing about SNAP benefits. Well, some people scam the system, so let's just cut it all off. Then to say, well, Muslims are obligated to provide charity, but churches aren't. It's a religious difference. This is just basic humanity. This is just basic decency. This is a mother with a hungry child asking another human being for help. And then that red herring argument of they'll just take our taxpayer money and bomb people overseas. How about we tax you on a local level? That way you'll be obligated to help people in your community. It'll go to parks, in schools, and shelters. What's the point of all these churches? To spread the teachings of Jesus? I'm not up and up on the Christianity, but I swear there's stuff in there about helping the poor and feeding the hungry, so you guys will teach that, but not actually practice it.